I'm Gianna.
And I'm Jacob.
Today is September 14, 2023, National Coloring Day.
Our word of the week is abundant. You're watching Gardner
Newman News Network.
Day. Every year, National Coloring Book Day is celebrated on September the 14th by all people all around the world. The day is beloved by not only kids but as well as adults. So get out a coloring book and color something today. Let's send it back to the studio.
Great Historic Confusion once said, "Our greatest glory is not in never falling,
but in rising when we fall."
Let's see what happened on this day in history.
Hello Mustang family, LaJavian here back for this day in history. Today is September 14, 2023, and on this day in history, in 1814, Francis Scott Key was inspired to write the poem Defense of Fort McHenry, later the Star-Spangled Banner, after witnessing American flag flying over the Maryland fort following a night of British naval bombardment during the War of 1812. That's all for this day in history. Let's send it back to the studio.
Hey Mustangs, I'm Jeremiah, and today I'm going to be highlighting the game Civilization 7. Civilization 7 is based off real life group time way back from caveman time. You have to make farms, train soldiers, build houses, then you have to upgrade your world. It's like the real world. It has Egypt, America, France, and so much more. This strategy game is Take-Two's best-selling series. Only 3 million behind Red Dead Redemption and 60 million behind Borderlanders. Let's go back to the studio, Mustangs.
A lot of things are happening this year on the campus of GMS.
Here are a few things that happened.
Hey Mustangs, I'm Mr. Callahan here. Monday was September 11th, the anniversary of September 11th, 2001, of course, when the terrible terrorist attacks took place on the Twin Towers, the Pentagon, and one that was headed for the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. It's a very tragic event. 2,977 people died in this terrible, terrible moment in American history. But we need to remember so that we can never forget. Listen.
So I remember September 11th. I was out of college, I was married for about a year, and I was working in my office, and we heard news that September 11th had happened, that planes had hit the towers. And I remember standing around with my coworkers in the office, and we were all glued to the news of watching these videos. And I was remembering growing up, most of my life lived here in LaGrange, but I would spend my summers and most of my school breaks in Manhattan. I'm from New Jersey, and so I grew up going to the Twin Towers every summer and just enjoying that space. And so I was remembering those times with my grandparents growing up, seeing the Twin Towers and watching the faces of people who had been affected by the plane, and just having those conversations with my coworkers about what was happening, what were our thoughts, and things that we could do for those there who had been affected.
Okay, thank you. When 9/11 happened, I was in college,
And I actually woke up early because I had a meeting with one of the deans to talk about graduation, and he emailed me and said it was canceled due to the nation being under attack. And so I turned on the news and watched the second plane hit the second tower live, and watched it for about an hour with all of my roommates, and then we gathered in the chapel at the college to watch news footage and pray and try to help with getting drives up to help people that were affected in our area, and responders that were going to go up to help with the aftermath of the attack.
Hey Mustangs!
Today I'm here with Miss Cummings, and we are doing a new teacher interview. Where did you go to college when you were?
Okay, so I'm from Alabama, and I went to Jacksonville State University in Alabama. It's right above Anniston. And I majored in education. We had a really great education program, and I minored in social studies.
How long have you been teaching for?
So this is my first paid year of teaching. I have been teaching a year and a half at a different school in Alabama, and
What are your hobbies through your life?
So I like to sing. I like theater. I was a theater kid in high school, and I like to go to theater shows like musicals, Broadway, and I like to watch movies, whatnot.
Do you like chicken or steak? Are you vegetarian or?
No, I do like steak. I like my steak rare. It's nice.
Thank you so much for coming to the interview.
You're so welcome. Peace out, Mustangs.
Hey Jacob, do you know what the weather will be for this week?
No, I really don't.
Let's see what Elsie says.
Hey Mustangs, it's Elsie here with the weather for the rest of the week. Today will be the high of 83 and a low of 65. Tomorrow will also be the high of 83 and a low of 65. On Saturday it will be the high of 83 and a low of 64. On Sunday it will be the high of 82 and a low of 62. I'm from the Green Power team. You should join Green Power because it is a fun after-school activity, and you get to enjoy spending time with friends. And if you enjoy building cars, I think it would be a good after-school activity for you to do.
South football is one of the most beloved pastimes here in the South. Football is one of the greatest sports in the world. We'll be talking about the 4 best teams in college football: Georgia, Alabama, Auburn, and Tennessee.
The Georgia Bulldogs haven't lost a game since 2 years ago in the SEC Championship to Alabama. This weekend, the Bulldogs will be playing South Carolina at their home stadium in Athens with their 2-0 record. Let's see if we can keep it going.
Alabama is 1-1 this year. They lost to Tennessee due to a lack of quarterback. Our other stuff is good. We will be playing South Florida this weekend, so we should get it done on Saturday in South Florida.
Now we'll be talking about the Auburn Tigers. They are also on a hot streak so far this season. Auburn is playing at their home stadium against the Samford Bulldogs this weekend.
Tennessee is pretty hot this year. They are playing Florida at the Tennessee Stadium. They should be able to get it done. Let's send it back to River.
This is Jackson here with Tiger Network. We had a rough start to the season, but we came back with a soaring victory against Charleston Southern, 17-66. That was a pretty big lead, you know what I'm saying? After our horrific loss against Duke, 7-28. Pretty sad, but we're gonna make up for that. We're unranked right now, but we're gonna be back up there. We're gonna beat Georgia next year. We all know that. And that's your Tiger Network news, and we'll be back with more Will Shipley.
Hey, Gardner, Newman News Network. I'm here with Coach B, the head coach of Gardner Newman. Coach, what did you think of the last football game?
Man, it was a physical game. We came up short. We lost 16-6. Opelika made some play that we couldn't make, man. You remember it was 4th and inches, and Kamar Strong missed that slant. Then we had a fumble on that punt return. We had some key play that if we had made the play, we would have won the game. But I want to give credit to Opelika. They did a great job. They came in and took care of business. So on I'm looking to, we had a good day of practice yesterday, man, and look forward to the Harris County game next week. Next Wednesday is our 8th grade day.
All right, and what are you thinking about the next week's game?
Next week it should be a big day. Our 8th grade, they'll get recognized with their parents for being 8th graders. This is their last year on the football team. They're gonna be doing halftime, and I think they're excited. And they're gonna represent their family and take care of business going against Harris County. So we're working hard this week, and we're just looking for September the 20th, man, and see can we get back on the right things, on the right thing, and go 3-1, man. So that's our thing. We're trying to go 3-1 and finish up next week.
All right, that's all for today, Gardner, Newman, Mustang. See you next time.
Hey, Mustang, it's Kane here with the Thursday Night Football. The game tonight at 8:15, the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles are going head-to-head. I think it's going to be a great game. I think the Eagles are going to win. Now let's head into Austin and talk about the Falcons' upcoming game.
What's up, Mustangs? It's Austin here with your NFL wraparound for the week. The Falcons won 24-10 over the Panthers. It was our first opening week win in 6 years. To make it even sweeter, we did it in the bins. This week's game with the Packers will be another exciting one. Green Bay will look a lot different this season than they have in the past, considering Aaron Rodgers was their quarterback for the last 18 seasons. The Packers are expected to defeat the Dirty Birds, but that's what they said last week too. Go Falcons. Check back with us next week to see how our prediction turned out.
What's up, Mustangs? This is Colin with your Atlanta Braves bullpen here. Last night, the Braves won 4-1 over the Phillies up in PA. Austin Riley got the Braves on the board first with a 2-run bomb that almost went over 450 feet. We ended up winning the series 3-1. The Braves win the division at NL East, so that gives them a spot in the playoffs where they could possibly win it all. Let's hope for the best. I will see you next time with the Atlanta Braves bullpen.
Hey y'all, I am Carrie, and one thing I like about Mustang Morning, and it helps me better in math and gets me extra help.
Hi, my name is Genesis Medina Posada, and one positive thought about Mustang Morning is that it helps me more in math because I have Mustang Morning math and stuff. Yeah.
That's everything for this week, Mustangs.
Make sure to watch out for new videos every week.
Don't forget to be respectful,
responsible,
and ready to learn.